Good evening and welcome to NEWSBREAK Live. I'm Hiba Samad. It's Tuesday, November 19th. Thanks so much for joining us. Here are your top stories. Torrance Transit is making sure you beat the holiday traffic and worry less about finding a parking spot at the mall. Once again, they're kicking off their free shoppers holiday bus. Decorated for the holiday season, you'll start seeing the bus travel beginning November 30th. It will shuttle customers between Del Amo Fashion Center and the South Bay Galleria. The stops include Carson Street at Del Amo Circle Boulevard at the Del Amo Mall and South Bay Galleria Transit Center stops. The bus will run through December 22nd. For more information, head to transit.torrance.ca.gov. And if you ride the Torrance transit system, make sure you start using your Metro tokens now before they're no longer accepted. Officials have announced the last day to use Metro tokens is on Friday, November 29th. Los Angeles Metro and all other local transit agencies will stop accepting tokens on their buses. After the 29th, Torrance Transit will no longer accept the tokens and they'll become non-refundable. But Torrance Transit will continue to accept Torrance Transit tokens only. Now, officials say Metro tokens have steadily declined over the last several years as more riders are switching over to using the tap card. It has proven to be a viable, cost-effective replacement that enables simpler, safer travel throughout Los Angeles County. Now, if you're a senior, disabled, or a student, you can get a reduced fare tap card. If you're hitting the road this week, keep an eye out for some road closures. The Torrance Public Works Department will have lane closures near Carson Street and Cabrillo Avenue from today through this Thursday. It's taking place between 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. because of the work related to the downtown Torrance pedestrian improvement project. It's suggested to avoid the area as access onto Cravens Avenue from Cabrillo Avenue and Carson Street will be restricted. Then southbound Cabrillo Avenue will be down from 2 lanes to 1 lane of traffic from Gramercy Avenue to Carson Street. The downtown Torrance pedestrian improvement project will help to provide a more attractive pedestrian environment along Cravens Avenue from Carson Street to Torrance Boulevard. Some of the work includes uniform, spacious, and ADA-compliant sidewalks, new decorative LED streetlights, improved landscaping, new curb and gutters, bike racks, and pedestrian signage, to name a few. You can keep track of projects by going to torranceca.gov. And the city completed a project that has improved the downtown Torrance area as well. The Downtown Torrance Active Transportation Improvement Project is complete. They repaired 104,000 square feet of sidewalks, 84 handicap improvements, 6,800 feet of curb repairs, and 3,000 square feet of driveway repairs. The project also installed 18 new bicycle racks and added new bike lanes and routes. In May 2015, the City of Torrance applied for more than $1 million of grant funds from the state's Active Transportation Program Cycle 2. The benefits of the project include economic growth, promoting an attractive destination for residents and visitors, reduced pollution, traffic, and an active lifestyle. The Brews Hall is officially now open. The first multi-concept brewery and food hall had its grand opening yesterday. They had a special VIP night recently as well with various owners of the businesses. Located on Del Amo Circle East in Torrance, the world-class brewing equipment has set the stage to brew 2 different brands of beer, including BuzzRock and George Lopez Brewing Companies. The place is also home to 4 restaurants, including George Lopez's Chingon Kitchen, Colin Cowherd's The Herd, Chicken the Way I Like It, and Rockin' Fish Grill. The Brews Hall is part of the Zislis group that has a portfolio of restaurants across the South Bay and Los Angeles. They're open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Now, don't forget to tune in this Thursday on This Week in Torrance to get a tour of the new business. After nearly 2 months of hard work, the Torrance Plunge is now complete. The new mural are snapshots of the current bustling programs that use the plunge. It showcases synchronized swimmers and water polo. After 17 years, the west wall of the Torrance Plunge was repainted by artist Emily Bradley, who led the project, and volunteers. Bradley is from Journey of Faith Church, who made the donation of the labor and supplies to support the mural project. The project was approved by the Cultural Arts Commission and City Council. A contest was held to find the best concept and idea of what the new mural should look like. After the Torrance Unified School District opened its new aquatic center, city officials thought it was time to create something new that will currently reflect the programs at the Plunge. Officials wanted a new mural, colorful, to embody the history and community essence while signifying the Plunge's vibrancy, water safety, competitiveness, and water play programs. The Victor E. Benstead Plunge opened in 1956 and is an Olympic-sized 50 by 20 meter pool. The Torrance homeless count is months away, but you can sign up now to make a difference. You can submit an RSVP to volunteer for the local count that will take place on January 22nd from 8 p.m. until midnight. The count helps in getting official statistics of what homelessness looks like in the community. These are then used to bring needed services and housing to the South Bay. The count is conducted every year to see the trends and understand the progress that is being made in ending homelessness. All volunteers must be 18 years old, and you'll be trained the night of the count. You'll work in teams and be assigned to a census tract that you'll drive. The Torrance City Council approved the City's Social Services Commission to host a deployment site. 8,000 volunteers are needed countywide. To sign up, go to theycountwillyou.org. Every family is unique, and you don't need to share blood to feel like you belong. In honor of National Adoption Month this November, here's how one couple found happiness through adoption. Reporter Jocelyn Ortega has the story.
When Torrance residents Jeremy and Brittany Emerson started their life together, they knew they wanted to grow a family. And after the birth of their 3 biological children, they decided adoption was the next step in their journey to complete a happy home.
We wanted to be able to provide a home for somebody, whether it's for a minute or two or if it was for a lifetime.
They reached out to Children's Bureau, and with the help of Amy Haleman, Director of Foster Care and Adoption, they were able to welcome their youngest kids, Sean and Bella, into the family. She says this is just one of the many success stories she has seen and emphasizes the importance of adoption.
We have seen children thrive when they get into a nurturing environment and they are able to relearn how to love and how to trust that adults can take care of them.
But she says agencies still have a long way to go.
One of the things that we really need to be working on is the older youth who are in care. A big push is for us to find families that can take children that are older and commit to them for a lifetime.
Nearly 500,000 children across the country are in the foster care system, with LA having one of the largest populations. But it is when families and agencies get together that these kids can finally find a place to call home. Many of the children in the foster care system are siblings in need of families who are able and willing to keep them together. The agency provides services like counselors and psychologists to children and their new families. The Emersons took classes on safety and parenting to prepare for their new chapter.
Just seeing the world through their eyes and their perspective on things, it's really helped me kind of understand what's important in life.
The couple is grateful to have the help from their 2 oldest children, who say watching their parents inspires them to also foster one day.
When Bella was first with us, I was making dinner and Bella was crying, and Ansley went up to her and was like, "It's okay, I know you don't know who we are, but we're going to take care of you for right now."
It felt like the right thing to do.
I think it'd be really cute to have a lot of babies around the house.
Yeah, but you know they always grow up.
Yeah, but it'd be fun to watch them grow up.
Yeah.
For Torrance City Cable, I'm Jocelyn Ortega.
Thanks, Jocelyn. Children's Bureau's office is located in Carson. For more information on the resources available and meetings, head to all4kids.org. Let's get to the weather. Today there was a high of 74 degrees with an expected low of 59. Then tomorrow there'll be heavy rainfall as weather experts say the first major storm of the season will hit with lightning across Southern California. The high will be 62 degrees with a low of 55. Then on Thursday, the stormy weather will continue with a high of 63 and an expected low of 54. Dollar Tree stores are in hot water for receiving products that are unsafe. The United States Food and Drug Administration issued a warning letter to Greenbrier International Inc. for receiving over-the-counter drugs produced by foreign manufacturers found to have serious violations of federal law, including manufacturing practices used to produce Dollar Tree's Assured brand over-the-counter drugs, as well as others. Over the years, the FDA says numerous letters were sent to contract manufacturers used by the Dollar Tree for not testing raw materials or finished drugs for pathogens and quality. The FDA has requested the company to implement a system to ensure that they don't import drugs that may have other substances in it. Some of the drugs that are part of the concern are acne treatment pads and Assured brand drugs. Thanksgiving is next week, and AAA officials say it'll be a new record for holiday travel. According to officials from the Automobile Club of Southern California, more than 55 million Americans and 4.3 million Southern Californians are planning to travel this holiday season with a trip of 50 miles or more away from home this Thanksgiving. This will be the highest Thanksgiving volume on record for California travel. Officials say this is the fourth Thanksgiving holiday period in a row that the percentage of growth in air travel for Californians is higher than the growth in car travel, showing that people are spending more for holiday trips. So if you're headed to the airport, make sure you have extra time to get there. Now, if you're hitting the road, nearly 49.3 million Americans are traveling by car. Predictions are there'll be major delays throughout the week, peaking during Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon and evening. This means that trips can take 5 times longer. To find out the top destinations for the holidays and which highways to stay away from, head to california.aaa.com. Well, here are some upcoming events. This Thursday from noon to 10 a.m. to noon, Torrance Police Department, in partnership with the Community Services Department, is hosting a Seniors Don't Be Scammed event at the Katie Geiser Civic Center Library Community Meeting Room. No RSVP is necessary. Then you can create your own turkey centerpiece out of a repurposed recycled book. Registration is required since spots are limited. To register, contact the Walteria Library at 310-375-8418. Well, in just 2 minutes, Lieutenant Elizabeth Gross from the Salvation Army Torrance Corps joins us live to talk about its annual Red Kettle Campaign and how you can get into the holiday spirit of giving back.
Awkward. Do I look familiar? I should. You might remember me from here. Here. Or maybe even here.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
It can actually be a perfect moment to reach out to a friend and ask if they're okay if they seem down.
Doesn't matter how you say it.
You all right?
Everything's okay?
Oh, gee.
You all right, girl?
You cool? Bug and dog.
Just show you're there for them.
Go on, Kelly. Seize the awkward.
Hey, you haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
My name is Hunter Hayes, and I know my buzzed warning signs. One shot is about knowing my limits, or not necessarily knowing my limits.
I start with one shot to have a good time. Everybody knows how easy one can turn into 5.
I think a sign that I'm buzzed is when I start solving not only my own problems, but the entire world's problems. When I know I'm going out, I know I'm gonna start with calling for a ride.
One shot at a time.
Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Cut.
Yeah. No, that was great. You sure? You guys happy?
Great. Yeah.
Dude,
Great.
easy day, man. Thank you so much.
Totally, yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Do you want us to sign your guitar?
No.
I mean, we totally do.
We'll
Yeah,
sign
it's
it.
fine.
We'd be happy. Sorry, I gotta roll. Good to see you guys. Thanks.
We should have asked for his signature.
Welcome back to the second half of NEWSBREAK Live. Joining me is Lieutenant Elizabeth Gross, who's a Torrance Corps Red Kettle Campaign Coordinator and Holiday Officer. Welcome to NEWSBREAK Live.
Thank you so much.
What a special time for your organization. And just last Friday, the Torrance Salvation Army kicked off the annual Red Kettle Campaign that's taken place for the past 127 years. Tell me about how it all started.
Well, the Salvation Army has a long history of red kettles. And what happened was there was an officer, a local officer, who wanted to provide a holiday meal for needy people in his community, but he didn't have the funds for it. So what he did was he decided to take a big pot and take it out on a ferry, in a ferry area, landing area in Oakland, where people would see it coming on and off the boats. And so what they did was he asked for money, and people would fill that pot so that they could keep the pot boiling and provide a holiday meal for people. So he was successful in raising those funds, continued to do it, and within several years, many other locations bought on, and it became part of our tradition, and now the holiday season for America and those around the world.
The tradition continues. Lieutenant Gross, you have more than 12 years of experience in Salvation Army Christmas service.
Yes.
So you know how important a fundraiser like this is for the community. So tell me specifically here in Torrance, how many Red Kettles are set up and how this season will look like?
Well, we'll have about 13 to 20 Red Kettles up throughout the community at many of our retail partners and stores. We really appreciate them allowing us to ring, and it just can bring such a holiday spirit. And so when you hear the bells, people know it's time for the holidays, time to give, and it's that season of giving back and what's most important to us. So we'll have many kettles throughout the season from now to Christmas Eve.
Last week, there was a ribbon cutting and a special kickoff at Sam's Club, which is your #1 location. So talk to me about how does the campaign work as far as like the other locations go?
So we have many locations, and we would love to have volunteers come and help. We do have some paid kettle workers, people who would like holiday work seasonally. We do employ some people, but most importantly are our volunteers. And many groups come to do that. My favorite, I think, are the families that bring their kids, because everybody wants to get a candy cane from a kid or something like that. And so it's just such a fun thing to do as a family and as a community at the stores around Torrance in the South Bay.
Are there any requirements? I know there's a form online. People can go to torrancecorps.org or give the Torrance branch or any branch that they'd like to volunteer at a call. How does the process work?
So the best thing is to go to the local Salvation Army site. So ours is torrancecorps.org. So you can go there or email us at volunteer@torrancecorps. And so you email us, contact, call in, and we will get you set up with the store closest to you or that's best for your situation. And we have many different slots available. So you can ring Christmas Eve, you can ring on a Tuesday, whatever's good for you.
So you mentioned groups, volunteering, but people can also sponsor a kettle.
Yes. So we have many businesses or individuals and families who sponsor a kettle. And so we give them a prime marketing spot and we say thank you for that. So we have many companies and businesses within the Torrance and South Bay areas who have already donated thousands of dollars towards the Red Kettle. So that's a huge help in getting us started. We have a goal of about 100,000 this year with both the kettle adoptions as well as what we raise in the kettles. And that money is so important so that we can meet needs throughout the entire year.
And many times these kettles are set up in front of grocery stores and we walk right by it. But many people don't know where that money goes, the change. So tell me about every penny that's donated. Where does it go?
The Salvation Army, we pride ourselves in as much as possible going straight into the community work, straight back to the people. And so any money that's given in the Torrance or South Bay area stays in our community. So you don't give it here and it goes to a need in a different community. We keep it local. And that will help to support those in need and families throughout the whole year, not just this season.
The Torrance Salvation Army fundraises and gives back in so many ways throughout the year, and this is just one of the largest campaigns. But why is this so important to an organization like the Salvation Army?
Well, the Red Kettle has been such an important part of our history and fundraising so that we can give back. We are a nonprofit. That means that we need the support of good families and people who trust us to meet the needs of those in our community. And without it, many people would go without toys for their family at holidays. Many families would go without that Thanksgiving or Christmas meal. Or we have the Stillman Sawyer Center, which is our social services, where we provide vouchers for emergency motel stays and all these things. And so it's not just that we're giving it this time of year, but it meets the need throughout the year and is such a wonderful way to give back. And we just appreciate everyone's trust in us.
For people who are interested in volunteering, there are many different shifts that they can participate in, usually 4-hour shifts, anytime during the day, usually?
Yeah, we break up our shifts in about 4 hours. We're flexible, so you can call in, but it's about a 4-hour shift. And so we have mornings, we have afternoons, and then we also have groups who year by year come back, different community groups who decide, hey, we're going to make this part of our holiday tradition, and we're going to take this site for the whole day. And so they go from volunteer to volunteer to volunteer of their own group. So they choose one, then one person rings for an hour, then they pass it off to their friend, rings for an hour, and they take the whole day. So it's become part of their tradition of giving back and supporting the Salvation Army.
For viewers who are tuning in, the Red Kettle Campaign is underway and people can volunteer right now, and they just have to go online or give the branch a call. And speaking of the holidays, another great way the Salvation Army gives back is the angel tree.
Yes.
And your team is gearing up for that very special event. So tell me about that.
We've had hundreds of families already come in to sign up who are in need of some extra support to make Christmas special and to have good gifts for their children. And so what's happened is when you will see the signature Christmas trees around at different locations in the South Bay that have an angel tree tag as an ornament, you can look on there and you'll see the name of a child that is a special child who's come and signed up and asked for this gift that they would like. And so you can buy that gift for them for Christmas, you get it back to us, and that gift goes directly to that family, directly back to that child. And so it's a beautiful way, and I've seen many families do it with their kids. They're going to teach their kids to give back. So they're going to get a gift, but they're also going to give a gift to a child, and you can choose what age or in honor of someone you can give a gift. I've also seen companies and groups or families say, hey, call up the local Salvation Army and say, hey, I'd like 20 angel tags. Can you provide us with those? And so we can give your company a group of angel tree tags, and you can do it as a group. You can do it as part of your Christmas party where everybody brings a gift to your holiday Christmas staff party, and then the Salvation Army, we can come to that location, take photos with you, thank you, and then we can take those gifts and make sure that they go to the families in need.
Even though the trees are not up yet, they will be soon.
Yes.
People can still drop by the office right now and pick up the tags and get a head start.
Yes, absolutely.
Recently, the Torrance Salvation Army also unveiled the new Hunt Cancer for Performing Arts building.
Yes.
So tell me what it's offering to the public.
Yes, so we have the Donald and Priscilla Hunt Performing Arts Academy. And so that includes the Hunt Recording Studio, as well as the Crescendo Music and Dance program. And so this program's been around for about 5 years, but we just had the ribbon cutting on October 11th for the new facility. It's excellent. You should come by and say hi. We'd love to see people. But we offer things like lessons for piano, brass, drums. There's a jazz children's choir and band that they can be involved in. And so music is such an important part of a child's life and of our lives. As soon as we hear the bells or Christmas music, it brings such joy to us and can give such skills to children. And so it's a beautiful program. Come on by.
And the music program that the Salvation Army offers is very diverse. So there's classes for parents, for children,
Yes.
anybody who may be on the autism spectrum.
Yes.
You guys offer all sorts of education so they can get in touch. Now, talk to me about the mission and importance of music education for the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
This has been a big, big mission for your team.
The Salvation Army, we've had a long history of music programs, and it's been such a part of our heritage, from brass band and drumming on the streets. But we also know that many public schools have had to cut funding for music programs. And that's such a sad thing, especially for those of us who grew up taking music lessons. And so we want to fill a gap and a need in our community, and we find that with music, that we love music. It's been part of our heritage, and we want to give that back. And we know that kids who are in music programs can do exponentially better in things like school and education, but even if they continue on and don't play for the rest of their lives, the skills that they learned when learning music can help them in many ways, such as job training and skills that will help them throughout their whole life.
And there is a lot of information about the Crescendo Music School on torrancecore.org.
Yes.
Now, how can people get involved this holiday season besides ringing the bell and donating to the Salvation Army?
Yes. There's many different ways, as we mentioned, the Red Kettle, ringing of the bell, if you want to give a toy during the Christmas holiday season, but there's many opportunities to serve. Torrance Core, we do certain senior programs. They have a music concert that happens once a month in our chapel for seniors, and it's very interactive. The seniors get to play percussion instruments along and request songs. Singing in the Rain is a favorite song that gets requested all the time. And so from that to youth programs, family, all kinds of things. We're having a family movie night this Friday night. And so whatever you're interested in, we're probably doing it. And we would love your support. And so just email us at thevolunteer@torrancecore.org, and we can get you in connection with something that, a way that you can give back that you have a passion for or experience in.
There was some information you shared earlier that each year the Torrance Salvation Army holiday toys and food to more than 700 local families.
Yes.
That's a lot of families that are
is.
able to enjoy the holiday season.
Yes.
So is there anything else you'd like to add about this season coming up and for ways that people get involved?
You know, the mission of the Salvation Army is that we serve everyone without discrimination. We're there for those in need, for the vulnerable, and to help families through seasons. And so we want to make sure that you know that you can come to us, and we're going to do our utmost to support. And we thank everyone who supports us. And the holiday season is so special for us. As soon as we bring out the bells and get them ready to go to the kettles, you hear the bell ringing at the end of the season. I'll be dreaming bells. I'll be hearing it all night long, and I'll wake up going, oh, I'm not at the kettle. But it's such a heartwarming thing, the bells at Christmas time, the giving back, the focusing on what's most important, family, and supporting our community and those in need, and supporting we have a beautiful community here, and we're just blessed to be a part of it.
Well, Lieutenant Gross, thank you so much for your time, and happy holidays.
Thank you so much.
Have a great one.
Thank you.
As we mentioned earlier, if you'd like to get more information, you can go to torrancecore.org. You can give the Torrance branch a call at 310-370-4515. They're located at 4223 Emerald Street. Well, that does it for NewsBreak Live. If you have news or video that you'd like to share, please email us at newsbreak@torranceca.gov. Now, if you missed any portion of the show, you can catch it all on Torrance City Cable's YouTube page. Have a great night.